Good morning, welcome back to Bayou Brit. I am in Hopkinsville today on a very cold morning. It's about 17 degrees here. And today we're going to do a count because we've had snow over the weekend and we've actually been quite busy with people trying to get the salt and the snow and the grime off their cars. So come with me as we do a count of the self-serve base, the automatic, and the vacuums. We haven't checked the vacuums in a week, so we might actually have $100 in there, but let's get started. So as I mentioned before, we have tokens here. These are our vacuum tokens from our automatic, which we use in the bays. We don't really mind that. It's basically a $1 credit back. Whether we update the coin acceptors to not take those in the bays is a discussion for the spring as we look at pricing and making sure this place can be, have the best margins possible. Ultimately, if you're going to use it for water or electricity, electricity is cheaper for the vacuums. We're using chemical and water and sewer bills if you use it in the bays, so something we need to think about. All right, we're back. Slightly later in the day. Things happened. Had to go to a meeting. And a bay froze, which was fun. So I had to thaw that. Thankfully, James, our helper, he looked after the thaw there. Now we have the bills to count. We're still going to collect from the vacuum. So let's start by sorting the bills, and then we can throw them in the counter. Busy. Checking on the spot-free rents, looking good. Amazingly, that takes us up to $472 for vacuums in the first half of the month, which seems very odd given how cold it's been. Last thing we have to do is to top up the tokens and pull the money from the wash select for the automatic, and then we're good to go, I think. Well, the automatic has been pretty busy. It's done some good credit card numbers. I'll find those out and put them up there, but it's also not done too badly here either. Now our top wash is $15 here. So yes, it looks like people paid with 20s, but we end up just deducting the number of gold coins to the left at the end, and we work out how much we paid out in change at the end of the month. All right, not bad considering that it's the winter and it has snowed a little bit. Oh, one at the back. As you can see, we've had to put some salt down, which is not ideal because people come here to wash the salt off. But, I'd rather people be a little bit upset that there's salt on the ground than fall and hurt themselves and then ultimately sue us because nobody wants that. And I can assure you it is cold because not only am I wearing a hoodie, I'm wearing a hoodie over a hoodie and I have pants on, which I don't really wear unless it's super cold. Let's see what Bay 1 and 2 have. So, not a bad load, that's probably $600? Guess we'll see in a minute. Now's the time though, have a guess, put it in the comments. The closest wins badge of honor? I don't know. Now, being open when it's this cold isn't necessarily profitable, but it's good for reputation management. We have everything working. We have switched to more expensive methanol infused foaming brush so that we can continue to stay open and not have frozen foam brush. Works really well, as you can see over there. Somebody's been using it, but it is more expensive. There's just no getting around that. Now, one thing we're very careful with is we never come to the car wash at the same time. We don't have a pattern or a rhythm as to when we come and collect the money because it's not like we're a Brinks truck. We don't have thousands of dollars in coins and bills. We don't have tens of thousands of dollars. We just don't want to give anyone any ideas. Crimes of opportunity can be avoided by just being aware. It's another one of the reasons I like filming this because it's all documented. And also there's cameras right behind me, watching whoever approaches, which is nice. I do not like these meter boxes. The locks on them, they've got these like barrel locks, high security locks, quote unquote. Some days they just do not want to work. Some days it helps if you use the right keys. Okay, well this probably hasn't been accepting bills. Have a look at this. The cassette has fallen off, which, is awesome that there's money in it. Not so great that we may have broken this. Maybe it just wasn't slotted on properly. Yes, there we go, that's better. I think it just wasn't put back on properly. Very simple electrics, it's all 24 volts. It's a bit of a mess, bit of a wiring chaos, but no, it is what it is. number 2. This one's looking really crappy. What do we got in bay 2? Not bad. When you consider it's just a few days, and one of those days we had 4 inches of snow. Another thing we're really careful of is never leaving the money in here for too long. So we're here at least twice a week taking money out. Just, you know, mitigate some of the risk of having a cash business. Looking after the cash, making sure that you secure it. But anyone that thinks you can set and forget a car wash is massively mistaken. I wish you could, but you can't. In fact, I'm glad you can't, because this allows us to be better than the other people that do just set and forget. And that's what helps us make money. Another good full, or almost full box. And then bay 4 is the next bay. Bay 4 actually didn't have a foam brush until a couple of days ago because it froze. And the boom froze, and the stainless steel, believe it or not, the stainless steel actually cracked. So it needed to be fixed, needed to be some of the top quality JB Weld. And yeah, but needless to say, there'll be less money in that one. Well, it's still not terrible. Considering for 2 days it had no foam brush. Not bad, I'm actually quite surprised, pleasantly surprised. At the end of the video, I'll give you a total, including all of the credit card revenue, because we do quite well on credit cards here. We are $3 for 4 minutes to start, or if you're using credit cards, $5 for 7 minutes. And yeah, not a bad start price, I think. So the foam brush is the other boom, but as you can see, there's some very fine JB Weld, but there's no drips, so it must have worked. Once again, that will do engineering for the win. As we're walking about, you might be able to hear the gurgling of the weep system. And that's just running water through the line so that they don't freeze. Only runs on the high pressure hose here. It's TBD what we'll do for next winter, whether we'll keep that or whether we'll use a blowdown system. More information on that coming in the next few months. But for this winter, we'll just settle with what we have. Let's do coins, bills, and then we still need to collect from the automatic. Now, one day I aspire to have a Coinstar machine like Brandon at Investment Trade has, where he puts all his coins in at the top and they filter out. He has like 3 of these Ribire coins counters stacked on top of each other. We don't have that, we just have one which I managed to get for free because somebody didn't want it, which is kind of amazing. It's about $400 part, so nice to have. But what we do is we filter out our tokens for the site out the side here into this little tray, and I have to catch the dollars before they get stuck. Imperfect system. Sometimes this works seamlessly, sometimes it does not. All right, 2,479 quarters. I reckon it would be about $600. I don't think I'm a million miles away. 2,479 over 4, $619.75 for the spreadsheet. So we don't really get too much usage out of these vacuums. We give a token for free vacuums should you use the automatic. Basically $1 value. Makes sense for us. Like I said before, it's fine if people use it for the vacuums. I'm not sure it makes financial sense if they use it for anything else. But that is one of the things we're going to look at. Generally speaking though, the vacuums here aren't used as much as they are at our other sites. Even Covington, which is our lowest volume site, gets more usage out of its vacuums than here. Now there are a few, well there is one car wash around here that gives you free vacuums whether you use their systems or not. So I wonder if people go there. Generally speaking, I think vacuums are almost more hassle than they're worth. Because you'll have really smart people vacuum up oil or gasoline or nails. Vacuums up nails, and the ones that don't get vacuumed up, they just put them on the floor because that's how we are as people. It's all these things where before you have a car wash, I don't know, I maybe had slightly more faith in humanity. Now I'm not so sure. Because you never know if you're going to have somebody that decides they're going to just smash things for the sake of it. What do we do in bills? Over under $4? Let's see when we go inside. 2 down, 5 to go. This is one of the busier ones. Not a bad hole. Some of you with busier washes will be laughing. But it's all relative, right? What might be a good week for us might be a nightmare for you. I know our DNS distributor would be devastated if he was doing the numbers that we're doing. Again, $10 maybe. It's actually warmed up now. I think it's about 34, 36 degrees. Almost shorts weather. Yeah, another good one here. not bad, maybe $20, $15, $20. But you know, it's all small fry. We're talking about tens of dollars where other people are talking about thousands. So, oh, we're putting that in upside down. That's not gonna work. So that's where we're at so far. Such a beautiful day. Rather amusingly, we don't have a key for that fragrance vac. So people can use it and it's slowly filling up with money, and one day we'll cut it down and liberate the funds that are in there. I have no idea even how to get a spare key because you have to know which letter key go with it. High-tech solution here. As each of these funny keys has a letter marking on them, which tell you which variant they are. I think there's 26 variants. Probably why they went with letters. We'll just keep going. 2 more to go. Now, this one very rarely has a decent bill haul, because this really is where people just use their tokens to vac and go. Let's have a look. Well, maybe promising. You know what, for a vacuum, not terrible. Woo, it's hot in here. We're running the heating a bit extra hot just to keep the troughs thawed. We're down to single-digit Fahrenheit next week, which is gonna be chilly. I have a horrible feeling he moved off the treadle. No, we're running. All right, let's see. Can we do this? Ooh. Can we do this in one go without screwing up? Let's see. No, we can't. Maybe being a little bit ambitious here. Ah, dollar coin, didn't see him. Whenever I watch somebody else's counting video, it's always like super smooth, there's no blockages, everything just works. Ah, dollar coin, if you saw that, good for you, I didn't see it. Okay, I'm back home now and I've totaled up all of the cash, and truth be told, it's a few days later. Life's been busy with the weather. If you've seen it in middle America, we're not really scoped for snow and extreme colds. Another story for another time. But let's go through the totals for the 5-day period. One day was a snow day. I've said that a number of times in this video. So in the self-serve bays, we had $619.75 in quarters. We had another $641 in bills. The automatic had $352 in cash, but $970 in credit cards. And there was another $500-ish in credit cards for the self-serve base as well. And then we had $441 in the vacuums. And that's not true of 5 days. That's actually the first half of the month. So if my math is correct, that brings us up to somewhere around $3,546. Here or there was a couple of dollars in the vending machine that we pulled out. So for a 4 operational day time frame, that's really good. I wish we could do that all the time. November through to the first snow of January is really the slowest time of year for us. That, and there's a little bit in August where people go on vacation, it's too hot to be outside because you're talking nigh on 100 degrees and humid. But generally this is our slowest time. And for us to be doing $3,500 in 4 operational days, 5 days really is calendar days, because you've still got to pay your bills for the day where you can't actually operate. It's pretty good. I'm quite happy with that. I hope you've enjoyed this video. There's a lot more coming in the channel in 2025, including a rebranding to something along the lines of Titan Car Wash. We'll be heading to the car wash show in Vegas in April, and we have a number of products which may be coming out this year. There's things that we felt as owners have just been a point of frustration, and we're going to build a solution for ourselves and see if anybody wants them out in the market. I guess that's kind of how a lot of inventions, quote unquote inventions, come about. Find a problem that you have and then you fix it and see if anybody else has the same problem. I don't know. I like being a tinkerer. Engineer, maybe. I don't know. That's probably a bit grandiose. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one.